Okay, folks, you've seen the title. It is time for a Dark Souls 1 boss tier list. So I found this tier list online. The bosses are in no particular order, and for some reason, the Black Knight and the Channelers are also here. But that's fine. We'll go through them one by one. I'm just gonna ignore the Black Knight and the Channeler. I'm gonna only talk about the main bosses. So, first on the list we have Artorias of the Abyss. Artorias is immediately going to go to the S tier because one, his backstory is amazing, the whole bond with Sif, and his character is just beautiful. Like, I am just so glad that they made this character. I don't know why. He's a good character, and the boss fight is amazing. It's tough. It's very tough. Took me a bunch of tries. It's very tough actually. But at the end of the day, I was having fun fighting him. I had no problems going back to fight him. I enjoyed each and every encounter I had. You know, amazing boss. Up there. Okay, next up we have the Bed of Chaos. I honestly don't have much to say about this except it is just pure bullshit. Bed of Chaos goes all the way at the bottom. There's no way it's there. It's pure bullshit. It's because like the boss, it's not even a boss. It's just dodge simulator, like no, and you're not even dodging too many of the boss's attacks. You're looking at the floor more than where the branches are coming from because you just don't want to fall down. And I did fall down a bunch of times, yes, but like I don't see the point to this boss being the way this boss was. Like if you look at the isolate story, right? If you really wanted to create a boss, like if you wanted to create the Witch of Isolate as a boss, I would rather fight an extremely strong, overpowered, disfigured witch who has completely lost her sanity because she tried to recreate the first flame. That boss, I would fight. This is just eh. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a sad story that, she has to live like this now, but like, come on, man. I would rather see her as an insane person who is trying to hold on to the last of her sanity, last embers of her sanity, call it if you will, than this. Okay, moving on to Calamite. Black Dragon. Uh, yeah, really good because obviously dragons. It's a kind of fight how I would expect a dragon fight to go. It works. He breathes fire. He flies around. He has these certain attacks. He had that stupid clap attack which he used to hover me in the air for a few seconds. That was ridiculous. I don't know what the hell that was. He is menacing, he's strong, he's good. uh I only wish that we had more backstory on Calamite as to who he was, why he's one of the last dragons remaining. Maybe there is, but I don't know anything about it. So these are just my opinions straight after finishing the game, right? So yeah, so Calamite was good, really good. I enjoyed fighting Calamite. His boss run back was a little though, because not because of the enemies, it was because of that dumb ladder I had to go down every time. Okay, we are gonna ignore the Black Knight. Moving on. I'm assuming this is it's either the Asylum Demon or it's the demon, or it's the Stray Demon. One of the two, right? I'm not sure which one this is actually. Okay, I'm just gonna call him the Stray Demon. So, Stray Demon to me is kinda meh because I fought him after Demon Fire Sage, right? And Demon Fire Sage, for a demon covered in fire who and uses explosions, it makes sense. This guy, he's just an exact copy of the Asylum Demon. He's not even covered in fire. He's the same color as the Asylum Demon, but he somehow has the explosions of the Demon Fire Sage. I get that they made these three bosses, like they made one, then they made one with explosions, and then they made his final form, the fire form or whatever. I get it, but I I think that Demon Fire Sage is kind of meh. The reason he's not pure bullshit is because this guy was tougher than I thought. He made me use all my Estus flasks, and yeah, he's okay to fight. It's okay. It's not that bad. Moving on to Pinwheel. Weirdly enough, even though I beat pinwheel in like 60 seconds, I would put him at good enough to make me like him. I I kind of like pinwheel. It's like if I do an NG plus run, I would be looking forward to fighting pinwheel. Not because he's easy, because I don't know, the it was just interesting. The cutscene that I saw was quite interesting, and I've seen his story. I read his backstory. It's sad, and yeah, he's all right. I would rather put him on good enough to make me like them. He's not meh. I would not say he's meh. Fight wise, yes. I mean, he is ridiculously weak, so that way he's meh. But I kind of like him, so I'm gonna put him there. Moving up to Nito. This one is a tough one. I don't think Nito is amazing. I don't think he's really good. I would say he's good enough. I would say he's good enough to make me like him, but like at the same time, I don't really like him. His boss fight was okay. The skeletons were annoying. I just there's just no in-depth story on Nito either. Like I don't know what the hell he's up to or why he's up to what he's up to, he's just there. He was there in the beginning, he got the Lord Soul, and then he's just stuck around doing God knows what. I'm gonna put him on kinda meh, but I'm putting him ahead of the Stray Demon because I like him more than the Stray Demon, that's for sure. Okay, next up. Oh, the Iron Golem, right? Okay, so this is the Iron Golem. I would say the Iron Golem is bullshit. Definitely better than Bed of Chaos, but he's bullshit because he's a giant fucking golem on a narrow ass bridge who can very easily fall down. I've seen videos of him falling down, and I just don't see any point in him being there. I mean, I get it. He's guarding the route to Anor Londo. That's fine and all, but like, why? Like, Sense Fortress itself is daunting enough. I was lucky enough to find that bonfire, but a lot of people don't find that bonfire. They have to go through the whole fortress again just to meet this asshole, who is easy to beat, yes, but by accident if you die, then you gotta do the whole thing again if you haven't got the bonfire. So he's kind of bullshit, honestly. Gaping Dragon, just pure bullshit again. Worse than the Iron Golem though. Better than Bed of... Anything is better than Bed of Chaos. Bed of Chaos is gonna be dead last. Yeah, so... Gaping Dragon is bullshit because that is not a dragon. I don't want to fight that and call it a dragon fight, Like, there's no way. It didn't even do anything. I know I was overpowered when I fought him, but even if I was not overpowered, he's kind of easy to dodge, and he's just doesn't even look like a dragon. He looks like something weird. I'm not gonna say what he looks like, but you get the idea. Okay. Four Kings. What do you say about Four Kings? Let's see. Four Kings, I would say, are good enough to make me like him. I like the idea of, one king spawning after every few seconds or minutes or whatever, and if you don't kill the last one in time, then you have two to deal with. I like that. I like that boss concept a lot. I like their backstory. I would say they're good enough to make me like him. I just don't like the fact that New Londo does not have a bonfire, and then finding your way to this boss is an issue. And especially if you don't know the way back, and like if you die, you just roam around looking for the way back again. It did. That's what happened to me, right? Because I died while on the way to the boss, and then I had to look around for a while before I found my body again. And it was... I just don't like New Londo, I guess. But the boss is good, right? The end game of New Londo, being the Four Kings, is good. So they're good enough to make me like him. I would not say they're really good. Boss concept is good, but yeah. Demon Fire Sage. He is an Asylum Demon reskin. He is not good enough to make me like him. He did kill me a bunch of times, I'll give him that. I like the fact that he had a new moveset compared to the Asylum Demon, right? But I don't like him. He's kind of meh, but he's like the best kind of meh at the moment. Moving on. Gwendolyn. Yeah, Gwendolyn just. He's either pure bullshit or he's like kinda meh. I would put him at the last of kinda meh because he's not pure bullshit. He did some decent damage with his magic attacks and stuff, but all you really gotta do is keep running at him and dodging all his projectiles and you're good. He is not much of a boss, so he goes to kinda meh. Bell Gargoyles. Hmm. Bell Gargoyles, I feel like for the first main boss before the first bell, like story wise, it's a really good boss. It's easily a really good boss because it teaches you how to deal with two opponents at once. Like you don't have to focus on just one of them. You gotta remove your focus. You gotta find a way to dodge. They have some good chemistry between them. They have like that thing where one of them breathes fire while the other attacks you. I like that. It's a good boss. Really good boss. I like it. Sanctuary Guardian. Hmm. Sanctuary Guardian actually I would say is also really good. But not better than the Bell Gargoyles in that concept, but Sanctuary Garden is really good. It's a fun fight. You know, you hop onto the DLC, it's the first thing that shows up. It's good. It's a good boss. Mm. Then the Capra Demon. This is just sad because I never really got to fight him properly. Because like I was overpowered when I met him. But I did meet a Capra Demon in the Demon Ruins. So I can kind of understand how that fight would have gone, especially with those two dogs. You would lose a lot of health. You would keep trying to run up those stairs to run away from them. And your attacks wouldn't do too much damage to the demons. So firstly you would have to take care of the dogs somehow, and then secondly you would have to fight the demon himself. And that run back would also be crazy with the surprising undead in the houses and stuff. I would say the boss is, if I really think about it, good enough to make me like it. Mm, I would put him above Pinwheel, below Four Kings. Ceaseless Discharge, kinda meh. He's not a bullshit boss. He's actually a good boss, but then uh, because of the stupid glitch where he falls, yeah, it's kinda meh. He has a sad story. It's a good story though. It's a sad story. And I think fighting him is just going to be like he raises lava and he raises his arm and then you dodge and then he slams it down, you attack 2-3 times and then he drags it back. I'm guessing that's the whole boss fight. So it's kind of meh. Centipede Demon, I don't like the Centipede Demon. He's also kind of meh, but he's definitely better than. He's better than Nito. No, he's not better than Nito. Yeah, this is more appropriate actually. I know I said that I like the Fire Sage Demon more than Nito, but then the reskin thing is still hitting me. I don't like Fire Sage that much anymore. Okay, so we have finally come to Manus, Big Daddy Manus. I don't like him, not because he's not a like good boss. He's he's killed me so many times that just thinking about him infuriates me, gives me a little bit of trauma. He's just, my god, I don't know what to say. Okay, I don't like him. His boss run back is very nice though. It's very easy to get back to him. I like that. He's definitely not kinda meh. He's definitely not pure bullshit. He is good enough to make me like him. His fighting barely has a pattern. It's just ridiculous. I would say he's really good, but like he's either here or he's here. I don't know where to put him right now. He is good enough to make me like him. But he is really good as a boss. I'm gonna give him the title. He is the toughest boss in Dark Souls Remastered. I'll give him that. But it's not always about toughness, so I'm gonna put him here. Good enough to make me like him. Okay, Moonlight Butterfly. I'm gonna put Moonlight. Okay, when I think of Moonlight Butterfly, I also think of Gwendolyn. They're about the same, right? So who is better, Moonlight or Gwendolyn? For some reason, I would rather fight Moonlight over Gwendolyn, so I'm gonna put Moonlight here. But they're both kinda meh. There we go. Quelaag. PTSD. Okay. For those of you who have not watched my Dark Souls series, I have died to Quelaag innumerable amount of times. Like, my Dark Souls series is 25 videos long, and 3 out of those 25 videos are purely on Quelaag. The 3 videos are just filled with me walking in that goddamn Blighttown swamp and then just getting killed within 10 seconds of Quelaag. The only reason I was even able to kill Quelaag is because of Mildred. Thank you, Mildred, for existing in my life. I love you. Quelaag, fuck you. Uh, Sorry. It made me angry. Anyway, as a character, she is really, really good. As a boss fight, also really good. But really frustrating, but really good. I would put her here. She's better than Calamite. I mean, as in, I had fun beating Calamite, yes, but I also had fun fighting Quelaag. Even though I complained a lot, even though I died a lot, I liked the character, I liked the fight. I just don't like dying, that's all. So, but yeah, but she's really good. Quelaag, I like Quelaag. Sif. I have no words. You're gonna sit right next to your best buddy Artorias over here. Artorias fight is better than Sif. Sif is way too emotional and way too depressing for me. So I prefer the Artorias fight. I would rather fight Artorias over and over again than fighting Sif over and over again. I don't want to hurt little doggy. I mean, okay. I saw Sif as a puppy first in the DLC, right? So when I saw Big Dog Sif, I still saw him as the puppy and it just hurt to kill him. Okay. Small. Small. I don't know how to pronounce your name, man. It's Small. Everyone knows Orenstein is better than Small. Small is not even joking. Here. Yeah, he's here. Kinda meh, actually. He's slow, easy to dodge. If you're talking about superpowered Small, he's still kinda meh. I mean, he does a lot of damage when he slams onto you, but you can see it coming sometimes and you can dodge that. Now that we've done Small, before doing the Taurus Demon, which is the last one, I will do Orenstein. Orenstein is... boom. Here. But you know what? Actually, I think it's better if I just treat Orenstein and Small as one boss. And that boss fight is here. I would put... so these two are just Orenstein and Small. Right? That boss fight, amazing. I had so much fun. I beat them, what, second try? Or was it first try? No, I don't think it was first try. Yeah, so it was second try, but it was such a good fight. Such a good fight. I had to keep track of both of them, and I had to... yeah, this is a legendary battle. I would easily put it at amazing. Okay, moving on to Taurus Demon. Taurus Demon is most probably the second boss that everyone faces. It was the second boss that I faced. You know, he's actually kind of all right. I'll put him. I'll put him here. Good enough to make me like him. Yeah. Okay, so I just realized that we don't have the Asylum Demon, and we don't have Gwyn. Right? I'm just gonna double check if I've missed anyone else. Okay, folks, looks like I did miss 4 bosses. So first one was the Asylum Demon. Asylum Demon is super basic. I don't like him that much. Putting him at kinda meh. I'll put this trio here. Asylum Demon, Fire Sage, and Stray. Yeah, this is a good place for these guys. Next up, Priscilla. Really good boss, I must say. I did fight her kind of over leveled, but I love her disappearing act and stuff. And it's a sad fight. I'll put her here. Yeah, because I kind of rushed through her. I like the whole Ariamis thing. I hope they kind of went more in depth with this. I think they have. I haven't checked that story out. I will. Before we do Gwyn, the final boss, I'm gonna do Seath the Scaleless. Seath the Scaleless is not the dragon fight that I ever wanted. It's... I wanted him to be a dragon. I didn't want him to be whatever the hell he was. I will put him He's kind of meh. Put him. For some reason, I would rather fight the Asylum Demon more than Seath. I'll put him here. Finally, Gwyn. Gwyn is not amazing. Gwyn is not really good. He is good enough to make me like him. The question is he better than Manus and the Four Kings? No. Gwyn has her. Yeah, he's earned his place in good enough to make me like him, but he's here. So, folks, this is it. My boss, Dark Souls 1 boss tier list. This is just my opinions. If my opinion doesn't match with yours, that's totally fine. You can love or hate whichever boss you want, but this is my tier list. This is how I would rank all these bosses. I hope you had a great time watching this. Please like and subscribe, and look forward to more content. Yay! Alright, see ya!